So today has been one of those challenging days that we have. Yesterday here in Boston, we had some torrential rains coming down. We had flash flooding. Everything was 2 feet underwater. But I had a physical that I had to go to at my doctor's yesterday. So despite these, just a wall of water coming down, I had to go to the doctor. So I made my way in, did it, came back home. By the time I came home, I had to wade through about 18 inches of water from the subway over to get to my house. It was crazy. So of course my shoes, my socks, everything was completely wet. So I get home and I take my stuff off, put it out to dry, think everything's going really good. But what I did not plan on is that my shoes don't have the option to dry very easily. I had to wait until a sunny day like today to put my shoes out to dry. And so I did. But today I really wanted to go to the gym. I have had a little issue with my stomach, a little bit of like food poisoning the last couple days. I wasn't able to get to the gym. So today was going to be the day, no matter what, I was going to go to the gym. So those shoes were the ones that are best for my feet because of my neuropathy. So I didn't have my shoes that I knew I could do close to an hour on the treadmill at the gym with. I don't know if you can see the inside, but they have these little raises inside them. Halfway to the gym's about 1.5 miles. Halfway to the gym, my feet started aching. But I was determined no matter what, I was gonna manage to get to the gym. If I couldn't do the treadmill, I could at least do my hour in the sauna, which I know is hugely beneficial for me. So I get to the gym, go in the locker room, decide, hey, maybe if I take the padding out of my shoes here, I had some extra padding, one of those gel pads. I had those in, and thinking, well, if I take those out, maybe my feet will be more comfortable, because my feet were kind of jammed in there pretty tight because of this extra like insert that you put in. So I pulled those inserts out, I put my shoes back on. They felt, hey, I can handle this, I think. So I usually go over, flip on the sauna so that it warms up while I'm doing my treadmill and lifting, and then I come back and it's nice and warm. Well, the problem with that idea was the sauna was broken. Couldn't get it to go on. So I went out to the front desk and say, hey, the sauna's not working in the men's room. They're like, yeah, it hasn't been working for a few days. We don't know when it's gonna be fixed. So I'm like, oh. So, all right, well, gotta live with life the way it presents to you. So I figure, okay, I'll go do my treadmill and then maybe I'll go in the steam room. I don't usually do that, but hey, maybe it's okay for the one day. I noticed I did not have my flip-flops with me. So because of my neuropathy in my feet, I'm not supposed to walk around anywhere barefoot, especially a wet area in a gym like that where bacteria is just everywhere. Don't walk around barefoot in a locker room, steam room, sauna, or showers. Make sure you wear flip-flops. But I thought, hey, for the one day, it'll be okay. I kept trying to say, okay, well, all right, that's not working, so maybe I'll try this. And I can't do this, so maybe I'm gonna do this. So once I realized I didn't have my flip-flops and the sauna was broken and my feet were hurting, I put all my stuff back in my bag and I said, screw it, I'm just gonna go home. I did my best, but nothing's working and I'm not gonna waste my time here. But then, just as I'm about to walk out of the locker room, I say, you know what? No. And I take my bag and I open the locker and I throw it back in and I say, I am going to do this. I said I was gonna do it. I am gonna buckle down and I'm gonna do at least the treadmill. Yes, my feet are hurting. It's a little better without the padding in there, but still, considering I do a maximum incline on the treadmill at 3 miles an hour for close to an hour, I said, there's no way I'm gonna be able to do that. So what I can do is maybe do it on a 5% incline and do it for maybe 20 minutes, at least do something. So I convinced myself I was not abandoning my fitness plans. I'm just rolling with life, right? Just rolling with what you can do. I didn't want to give up because that's when you get old. That's when you become an old person. When you say to yourself, I could do that, but it's too much effort. I'm just gonna stay home. I'm just gonna go home. I'm not gonna do that. That is what makes you old. So I went back to the treadmill. I got on it, I put it on the 5% incline. I'm trucking along. After 10 minutes, my feet are hurting, but they're not hurting any more than they did earlier. So I popped it up to 10%. Did that for a little bit. Things are going good. My feet are hurting a little bit more, but they're not awful. I've had a lot worse. So I keep going, and then I think, you know what? I'm gonna put it on the max just to see if I can do it. So I pop it up to the max, and I'm doing my 3 miles an hour fast walk up this hill, and sure enough, my feet were killing me. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'll back it off, bring it back down to 10%. So once it's back at 10%, I do it again for a short time, and then I think I'm gonna pop it up to the max again. So I put it up to the max. Did that for maybe 15 seconds, 20 seconds, started to hurt, drop it back to 10. Did that for 5 minutes or so, popped it back up to the max incline, and then brought it down, cooled down, and got off. And I ended up doing 35 minutes. And I did manage to get it up to the maximum a few times. So I felt really good that I was able to push myself safely, but push myself beyond what I thought that I could do. Can you hear that sawing? Somebody's doing construction. So then I went back in the locker room, and again, I didn't have my flip-flops. I only had the steam room. I'm like, I'm not gonna push it. I'm very happy with what I managed to do on the treadmill. So now I'm gonna head back home, and I'm gonna do some lifting there. So that brings me back here. I'm about to go lift downstairs. I'm really happy with what I did. I stopped at Subway and got a large Veggie Delight sub, which is just completely filled just with vegetables, no cheese, just a spot of mayonnaise and a spot of honey mustard. Mwah. It was the best, nice and healthy. So now I'm gonna go lift, and I'm gonna feel like I turned what could have been a bad day where I just would have given up. I turned that around to something that ended up being moderately successful. I'm gonna even say a little bit more than moderately successful. I'm really happy I did that. Meanwhile, I have some footage of when Paco and I went to the North Shore Music Theater to see the show MAME. And we stopped at a park. There was a beautiful pond. There was some old military artillery that we climbed around on, and then we headed off to the theater. So I just have a few little clips of that. I'm gonna piece those together to take this video out with some nice music behind it. Oh, look where we're going today. Ooh, it's gonna be awesome. Oh, thanks, Pooh. Just walk in front of it. Don't worry. Hey. What? Hey, Paco, where are we going?
North Shore Music Theater.
To see what?
MAME.
MAME! Off we go!
Off we go.
Full stop. Can't believe I live in your thoughts. I think about you all the time, morning, evening, and midnight. Such a wonderful delight. Forgo, give up everything that I own. Yeah, I'd give it all up now just to be with you somehow. Unexpected love was found. You're the rose in a garden, and other tight. You're the rose in a garden, and it shows if I'm honest. You're the leaves in mid-August, and I've come out here to say that I love you.
Thank you for joining me. Please subscribe to the channel if you like it. If you like this episode, please give me a thumbs up. If you hated it, down it goes. This is Joey Hernandez. Thanks for joining me. Please check out my podcast, An Older Gay Guy Show. Peace out.